So how is it going, Dank Division? I'll be honest, I completely forgot that this week was supposed to be the mid-season. So we have quite a bit to dive into in regards to Warzone, as well as Vanguard. So let's do this. First, let's start off with Warzone. Yes, that is right. Warzone ends up getting a new navigation. That being, of course, Caldera's new Minecart underground transit system. Best way to look at this is, think back to Verdansk. Yeah, I miss it too. Think of the subway trains. However, unlike the subway trains where it's completely random where you're going to end up, this actually gives you a map telling you exactly where you're going to go. So going from Arsenal to Docks, Docks to Peak, or to Runaway, etc. That you actually know exactly where you're going. That way you don't end up dying in the circle because you went somewhere completely random. What's better yet is, keep this in mind, there are 14 access points indicated on the TAC map and will be shown as a silver vault door. Now those of you who have been keeping a keen eye on Caldera during Season 2 should already know where half of these access points are, as they are the hidden Nebula 5 bunkers. The door to the Minecart hub room can be found right after dropping into each bunker. The other 7 access points are small hatches in the Minecart hub area. Here, you can find a map of the system with each hub location corresponding to the letter and number on your TAC back. Now, to travel via Minecart to another hub, simply interact with the circular hatch and walk towards the cart. When doing so, the destination name will appear on your screen. You can also check the map to see how it interacts. After a few seconds of travel time, you will instantly appear at your destination. Hopefully without people camping, waiting to kill you on the other side. Those in the know, like you after reading this section, can use light and audio cues to figure out if an enemy is on the other side, or if the circle collapse will soon engulf the destination. As with most situations, when there is a green light, it means it's safe. Anything else can mean all hell could break loose. This could be an indicator of gas going through the vents. That means you cannot travel to that destination. Those who master this system may find this as a new meta for traveling throughout the map. Now, speaking of new metas, last time we got a brand new perk. It just happened to be, tempered, and the other perks, including the one that pretty much lets you see through walls. So, picture this if you will. You're trying to sprint across the map, trying to close the circle, and some jackass with a Kar 98K or a 3-line sniper starts pegging you from halfway across the fucking map. And you get fucking leveled. Well, guess what? A perk that was from Vanguard now joins Warzone. That's right, Serpentine. For those of you who don't own Vanguard, in which case, I don't blame you. This perk will be available in the perk 1 slot for all players after the update. There will be no need to level this up. In which case, sprinting reduces incoming damage from bullets, explosives, and fire by 20%. Now keep this in mind. This will not be an auto pick necessarily. Not everyone's going to want to pick this because there's plenty of other perks people would rather use. And let's face it, I'm still going to be using Quick Fix. But for those of you who want to play a little bit more aggressive, this honestly might be your go. Now, in addition to the new perk, there's also going to be new items in Warzone in the form of the Gulag entry, the redeployed extraction, etc. Let's first talk about the Gulag entry token. Those who happen to hold on to this bad little token, and these will be in supply boxes throughout the Battle Royale matches, holding on to this means you will be able to go through the Gulag one more time. And if one is picked up or kept after the Gulag is closed, you instead receive cash compensation just for holding on to one. If you perish, however, while holding on to the Gulag entry token, you will be sent back to the Gulag rather than needing to be bought back or be eliminated from the game. Then, it's like your first death all over again, fighting a 1v1 duel to survive and redeploy. Now, speaking of redeploy, there is the redeploy extraction token. This token is something that Warzone veterans might be familiar with. This token grants an automatic redeploy without any need to visit the Gulag or to be brought back from a buy station. Just like the Gulag entry token, this one also deactivates once the Gulag shuts down late in the match, and players once again who hold on to this token for that long receive a cash prize as compensation. Its usefulness is obvious, but its presence is incredibly rare. Do not expect to find these as often as Gulag entry tokens, which will already be of legendary variety. Now, among other things is what's called the speed boost. Now, this buff we have already seen in Warzone's Clash mode is another rare item that could appear in a supply box. Once it is picked up, you will automatically be granted temporary movement buffs. Sliding while having this boost grants a quick way around the map and allows for a ton of potential movement techniques such as parkour lines and jumps, which can help before, during, and after engagements. Like the other tokens and stuff, this will not be a common item in supply boxes, and once picked up, its effectiveness will be extremely limited. So make the most of that boost, and you might find that it will reward you. Now, the next item that will be thrown in is a radar jammer. Yes, this lovely little field upgrade will scramble the attack maps of enemy players and prevent kill streaks for anyone within a short radius, which means those of you who are sick and tired of having it that someone keeps calling an airstrike, airstrike, airstrike after airstrike after airstrike will finally be able to get a break and use this thing as an area denial tool. This jammer can be amazing for the mid to late game, just like the PDS, which can change how a squad approaches their final battles. However, just like the other upgrades, the jammer can be hacked by an operator using the engineer perk, so be careful where you place this thing. Now, among other things we will be seeing are high value loot zones in Warzone. These, of course, were first introduced in Operation Monarch and will now be appearing in standard Battle Royale games as a high-risk, high-reward place to drop. Check on your attack map or minimap. This will show you the areas, and you can decide whether or not you want to set your course for fortune and absolute gunslinging. Let's face it, we know peak will be peak, and every new point of interest will draw attention. But with this system, this pulls the attention to the other sections of the map and creates the potential of other areas being played at. Now, with Operation Monarch coming to an end, you have to figure there was going to be another limited time mode, and that, of course, is in the form of Champion of Caldera. Yes, that's right, ladies and gentlemen, yet another limited time mode. So, let's face it, solo players will get another high intensity limited time mode, and as this name suggests, you get to fight to become the Champion of Caldera. Now, launching on literally the first day of this coming mid-season, Champion of Caldera is going to feature 150 maximum players and a single continuous closing circle, meaning it will never stop closing. It will always be moving. All operators will drop in with their custom loadout, a gas mask, and a single redeploy extraction token. The item pool is slightly altered to emphasize equipment not normally found in loadouts and epic to legend rarity weapons. Collect cash to visit an upgraded buy station which features an advanced UAV, explosive bow, and hell. For a hefty fee, the specialist bonus. Most notably, kills in this game mode immediately refill players' health, equipment, and ammo, incentivizing would-be champions to play aggressive and eliminate the competition directly to have the best chance of victory. Now, there might be some of you sitting here going, hey, I haven't played on Caldera. I will never play on Caldera. You can't make me play on Caldera because shit don't render on Caldera. Good news. Let's talk Rebirth Island, shall we? So, be ready, because Rebirth Island Reinforced was just the beginning. Get ready for the Occupation Scan-In game event. Now, while we've pretty much been upgrading a bunch of stuff around the map, it is worth noting that the Occupation Scan is gonna make people a little bit more alert on this island. So what exactly does this mean? It means that if you happen to be standing straight up when this scan goes across the map, you will be having your position revealed on the map. That means you will need to go prone, or you will be revealed to every single person on the map. Now, while this effect only lasts for a short period of time, and ends early if the operator perishes, this occupation scan should keep more people on their toes and be ready. Now, it's also worth noting that there's a whole redacted thing. It's like redacted this, redacted that, hostile forces hacking into radar stations to perform the occupation scans, yada yada yada, and sounding like it's saying, and their exact words are, stand by for details on extraction protocols and new assignments. I hate to say it, folks, but I'm starting to think that Rebirth Island's days are numbered. Now, for those of you who are still watching, we're going to now dive in to the Vanguard side of things. Beginning, of course, with the new Vanguard multiplayer map, Sphere. Now, Sphere is a new, small multiplayer map featured in an underground weapons lab hidden beneath the facade of a coal mine. Now, on the top floor, the battle is in a mock coal mining village featuring wooden buildings, crates, and natural formations. They'll make you feel like you're kind of sitting in the Old West, or, to be perfectly honest, from the way they describe this map, it's going to kind of feel like Buried, ever so slightly. Now, those of you who head underground, you'll be greeted by the mine, the concrete tunnels, a workshop, and a central lab where operators can flood in from all sides. It's best for operators to navigate the various ins and outs between the upper and lower environments to gain the upper hand in combat, no matter the mode. Now it's time we talk about the last entry in Task Force Harpy, Kim Tae Young. Now, this masked fighter and folk hero is deploying just in time to link up with her squad mates, Mateo and Florence, completing her own 20-level operator XP will lead to several operator skins unlocked and other little rewards. Let's face it, she was trained by her mother as a fighter and donned a mask to conceal her identity while helping families cross the North Korean border to safety. She soon earns a reputation amongst her people as a local folk hero and a keeper of justice. Now I'm just waiting for her to say, I am vengeance, I am the knight, I am Korean? She's Korean Batgirl. Okay. And of course, her preferred weapon is none other than, and let's just go right into it, the H4 Blixen. Yes, the H4 Blixen SMG. Now, where do I even begin with this? The Owen gun is the most, well, let's put it this way, notable slow firing rate SMG in this weapon category. But let's put it this way. This gun is gonna try and make a claim to that power. This thing delivers a reliable 3-shot kill at farther range than the Owen gun. Albeit this thing has a slower rate of fire, it also has 3 more bullets per standard magazine and slightly better vertical recoil control, faster ADS speed, and reload quickness. The recoil pattern is a little bit nutty, like all weapons in Call of Duty, but knowing the kick can make it more viable in those mid-range engagements compared to the Owen gun. Now, in order to unlock this, you need to get 3 sliding kills in a single match 15 times, or you can be a bitch and just purchase the store bundle if you don't want to do the work. Now, I know I just said buying bundles like a bitch, but let's talk bundles, shall we? The first one, and this one, why does this look like someone decided to do a calendar? Because, let's take a look at this. The Spilled Ink bundle. This has pretty much been made by actual tattoo artists, names of which I wouldn't know because I don't actually have a tattoo. Ryan Ashley, Nico Hurtado, Scott Campbell, and the Scab Shop. All of them coming together to provide 3 unique operator skin pieces for Lucas rigs through this bundle that'll be available later this season. Hell, if you really like these tattoos, you might even want to consider doing them in real life. I'll leave that up to you. Now, this bundle also contains the new Tattoo Infection Assault Rifle and a Tattoo Machine SMG weapon blueprint. Now, I'm not exactly one for sniper rifles, but I'm sorry, Mastercrafts always catch my attention. And let's face it, this looks good. The Tracer Pack High Voltage Reactive Mastercraft. This thing is going to be dropping right at the beginning of the season, which contains an electrifying, heroic sniper rifle that is sure to send, well, let's just say, shockwaves through your competition. What's also worth noting is that available this season, there will be a Tracer Pack Dark Ether Mastercraft bundle, a zombies-themed pack that should, spark some excitement for the first round-based experience in Vanguard. That should be coming next season. Now, we don't know what exactly that could mean. There are also other bundles that we will be seeing as the mid-season comes to an end, as we close in on the end of Season 3, going into Season 4. So with that being said, that's pretty much all I've got for you guys for tonight. Tomorrow, of course, begins Season 3 Reloaded. So I would recommend, if you haven't unlocked everything in Operation Monarch, I would get to it. Grab a rocket launcher and shove that Panzer Shrek right where King Kong don't want it to shine. And let me know in the comment section down below, what are you most excited for coming this mid-season? Is it the bundles? Is it the gun? Is it the operator? I kind of want to hear this one from you. Don't forget to follow us on our socials. Don't forget to click that subscribe button, the like button, drop a comment down below. And you guys have a wonderful day, night, whatever you're doing. Do it wholeheartedly. And of course, as always, this is Dank Dan, signing off.
Get them to hit that subscribe button, Dank. It's the only way we can figure out the numbers.
15.
What do the numbers mean, Dank? We're wasting valuable time.